Hello everybody, welcome to a primer on how to speedrun The Land Between Us 0.2.2. Seeing as we have a little speedrunning event coming up on the 23rd of this month, I figured it might be a good idea to get people caught up to speed, since this will be available for free and everyone who wants to join can join. And I want to make sure that the idea of speedrunning here is going to be clear and you won't feel too far behind and a week to prepare is honestly probably enough for this game. Although there are lots of there is some in-depth things. We're working with 4 categories. There's an any percent category, 100% category, and 2 new categories. We're going to do an any percent with no praise jump and 100% with no praise jump. And that's just a trick that I'll show you here shortly. Once you open up the game here, it should work for sure on Windows and Linux. It's been tested thoroughly on both. And although there are a couple of bugs, it's quite functional. The game does have controller support. However, the menu, it does not. And I wish I could change that for this, but unfortunately, this is a build for which all the files are gone for. So this is kind of its last little hurrah. This is... everything since this has been completely started from scratch, and I'm totally okay with that. But it just means that I can't polish this up before the races this week. So up to you. There's a show clock, hide clock, and in-game timer is what we'll be using. So don't feel like you need to install any other software to time your game. So what we're gonna do here, I'll show clock just so that we can see what's going on, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. I'll also show the gamepad inputs here as well, because I think that might be helpful. I personally prefer to play on controller. I think that most people find that it's a little bit easier to handle on controller, but I know people who play on keyboard as well. So once we start here, I'll show you what's going in. We're just going to do a quick any percent run, and I'll kind of show you what the course is for that. If you've never played this game and you have the time and want to try it out blind, by all means go and do so, and then come back to this video after you give the game a shot. Yeah, and if you do have any feedback, I'll absolutely accept it. No problem at all. So this is our little game here. It's very much a prototype, but it's been fun nonetheless. So it shows you how you can move and how to jump here. The controls are right on screen. And yeah, let's just get into it here. So it's a Metroidvania, so that means we're going to be collecting power-ups and trying to navigate to the map. We're speedrunning here, so I'm going to show you the routes that I believe are optimal, or like at least the community has found so far. So I'm going to go ahead by going left. And the reason we're doing this is because there's a power-up over here that we will need. Or sorry, we're not going to do an any percent run. This is going to be an any percent no praise jumps. I want to show you what the game's like first, and then we'll break out the more challenging technical stuff after. So what this was here, you may have missed it because I went by so quick. This right here lets you get a dash. Dash is X on Xbox, square on PlayStation, or shift if you're using the PC. Unfortunately, we don't have remapping in this build, and I wish we did. So what that does is it gives you a little burst of speed. And it is the fastest way to move horizontally. And the reason we need this here is because there's a jump over here that we can't clear without it. So we're going to rush back here, and this section here, you'll have to become pretty familiar with it. It's in every run, and it's a little more challenging than you think. The dash is a very set window that you go for. So what we want to do here is you want to time it so that you get as many dashes as you can without without falling in the hole. Because if you fall in the hole here like this, it's actually a very big time loss. You have to come all the way back around here, and then you're really not set up for another dash across. So try not to fall in those holes. It is quite important. One thing that you may see on the side here is where it says sunny. our goal right now is to go and change it to the rain. So we're going to hop over these mushroom fields. We can charge right through. And our goal is to go touch this raindrop there. Now, when it's in the rain, we have a double jump. Whenever we touch the ground, that's refilled. And you can see it by the little UI. The new versions of the game do have a more clear indication of when you have double jump and when you don't. But for now, all we're working with is that little UI element. And again, it's a little unfortunate, but that's what we're at right now. So now the goal is you come back here. The intended route here is to double jump over here. That's what this is for. Close your eyes for a second. I'm just going to do something to get over here. You wouldn't be able to make that jump, but that was a praise jump that we'll learn about later. But there is a very tight jump. So this game has the mechanic of if you hold your jump button, you get a higher jump. And also when we are charging, we are round. And that means that we can actually kind of slip up onto a ledge here. I want to see if I can show you. If you get the top, like if you get your center of mass above a ledge, you can actually roll yourself up onto it. So with the dash. So we're going to use that here to our advantage. This is a very tight jump, but you can hold jump at the top of your jump, release and press again to do a double jump, and you can get up here. And now this is a shortcut down to another weather changer, which we need to press, which is straight down here. And then we're going to grab these dewdrops. And what the dewdrops allow you to do is to hold a double jump. They refill your double jump even when it's sunny out. And these blocks here, you break them by charging through them. And I think you can do it from here. If you time it right, I think you can make the jump from here right into there. It is tight though. And from here, we want to go straight down. If you do hold down, you do fall faster. There is a little dewdrop at the bottom of this pit that you can get to make this jump, but it is a tight window. But again, using that little charge momentum, we can force ourselves over that ledge. Through here, the fastest goal is to just charge and then double jump. Because as you collect the dewdrops, you do refill your double jump. So these here change the weather again. We want to go back and change it to the rain, and then head back here for something we missed. So the goal for the any percent categories is to go for all of the power-ups as fast as you can, because you do need all of them to finish the game, or at least that's what's been found so far. If you find a way to beat the game without getting all the power-ups, please let us know. And up here, this is another tight jump, but again, we can force ourselves onto this platform so we don't have to do the right side of this area. And from there, you just do a charge and jump over. So now we have the triple jump, which when we touch the ground in the rain, we have 3 jumps. We have our normal jump and our 2 doubles, and we can also store an extra dewdrop. So from here, like you would just fly over that with the triple jump. We want to come back around here. And now these jumps here are much easier now that we have triple jump and in the rain compared to our first play come through here. And it's very forgiving as to how you do it, but there are some optimal ways you can find to use your jumps there. Once we get here, we want to go back to the sun because we need dewdrops on in order to do this section ahead. This part right here is only doable in the sun. But now that we've got that, ideally you want to come out of that with like a dewdrop, I believe. You could even come out with, I don't know if you can come out with 2 or not. This here is a section, this is a new category, and I'm not sure what's optimal here. I believe probably the optimal path is just to hop over with your stored dewdrop if you can get one, and come right over the shack rather than trying to go through it. And then from there, just come up the stairs over here. And we're getting close to the end of the run here. Okay, we're going to turn the rain on one last time. As you can see, we've looped back to the mushroom grove here. Now that we have triple jump, we can fly up these and get the last power up, the second charge. And then you're going to want to come to this platform here as soon as you get it. There's a leap to the right. Make sure you do not overshoot this. If you overshoot this, is a huge time loss. You're sent back to the bottom of the map. And from here, you want to use all of your power-ups to jump, 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 dash, and dash. You can pretty much use those in any order. It doesn't matter. And as soon as you touch the ground over here, you want to spam the dash button to get over to the end as fast as you can. Straight ahead. All right, that was a look at the any percent run. As you can see, I'm going to hide the gamepad real quick. It'll tell you that you finished in an amount of time and collected the coins. So as you can imagine, the 100%, we need to get all the coins, which I'll be showing you now. Just a heads up, the world record for this category right here is pretty much unset right now. So we don't really know the time. I think a few runs have been done, but I honestly don't know them, and I don't think anything like recorded has been recorded yet. I think it's all pretty much just playing around and trying to become comfortable with the route, which we're not really. So we don't really have a set time that we expect that to take. All right, and we're going to go ahead and play again. This time we're going to do 100%. So we're looking for coins this time. Now there's 10 coins in the map, and the way that I think is the most optimal, again, this is a category that's new, is going to be to come over here. We're going to grab the dash. It's going to start off very similar here. We're going to grab the dash right away. Now, it's very important that once I teach you the praise jump mechanic, you cannot use the praise jump for these runs. These are the any percent. Don't worry about that coin. We can come back for that later. Same as the one we just passed there. We're going to go turn on the rain. Anyway, as I was saying, you do not want to use praise jump in this run. That is not allowed. And it can be tempting to do it if you're used to doing it, but we're not going to. So here, we're just going to grab that coin on the way back. Again, I would be filling in as many dashes here as you can. The Mushroom Grove is really awkward to optimize because there's so many different ways you can navigate it with dashes and jumps. You want to grab that coin and come out. Yeah, that coin is definitely faster to get in the rain on the way back. And then from here, we're going to do the same thing as this with this jump over here, but it's very important that we don't fall straight down. You want to go to the right, and I'll show you why. There's a little ledge with a coin on it on our way down. So we're going to go ahead and do our jump up, and then I'm going to fall. And right there, this coin right here, we can get from up there on the way down. We're going to go turn on the sun. And we're going to come through here. Again, a lot of this stuff you could probably optimize more than what I'm doing right now. But this is kind of a rough look at the coin right there. Don't worry about it. We're just going to go down. Same deal as before. Push ourselves over that ledge. Coin rate. There's a coin up there. Don't worry about that yet either, I don't think. Right there, it wouldn't be too bad to get, but I don't think we're going to do it. We're going to get the rain, go back, go get that triple jump power up. Now, you're probably actually better off when you land here. You can double jump straight up into here. That would be faster than what I just did. Here, I like to do that. So you line yourself up as you're falling and then charge into the hole. And then we're going to run over here, grab this coin, and this one, it's very easy to loop all the way around it. I've seen this happen a few times. So just be careful with that one. That one can be a little tricky. Through here, we're just going to go back up here. Now that we have the double jump again, we can kind of, like with the rain, we're going to come up here on the way up and grab that coin. Other than that, same kind of deal. We're going to go up here, force ourselves on here, dash over, and use our double jump to grab triple. Hold down for fast fall, don't forget, in the pit, always. And then we have triple jump, so we have complete freedom of movement here to really kind of just, you know, press buttons and get where we need to get. Don't forget to do this before you turn off the rain. Here, you're just going to take an extra second to grab that coin as you go. This one here, Ooh. Okay, this one's a little tricky, and honestly, I don't know the best path for it. If you can make it up here, which it is possible, I think the best way to do this is actually to make this... Shoot, I messed it up. This is going to be pretty tricky, but the best way to do this would be to hold... Oh, I missed it by just a touch. Here. The best way to do this would be to end this section with 2 double jumps, or with 2 extra jumps, which you just saw me do there. That's so much better than not, because I'll show you what I would do here, and then I'll show you what I'd do if I didn't have that. So we're going to use one of them to get on top of the shack. We're going to come over here, and we're going to grab this coin on the other roof, and we're going to hop back here. Jump and dash. Do not use your double jump there, because we want to use it right here. And get the one up above. Okay, and that's in coin number 9. So if you didn't have any coins, what you would have to do, or any jumps after you came up here, you'd have to charge through here, probably go for this, which is not very comfortable, but it is very doable. And you come through here, you grab this one, and then you run off the edge of the... You run off the edge of there, you do stairs, and then you charge out here, and the coins are right about there, and then you just turn and charge back. So if you have one jump, my suggestion is to use it... Oh my gosh, I tried to... you have the downward momentum there. It makes it very hard to go grab drops and come back. Okay, so in this case, my suggestion is to use the one to get over here and fall down here and go up the stairs and grab that coin and do the backtracking there. But if you have... Ideally, you come out of there with 2 extra jumps, and that would be the fastest time, so you can clear both of those obstacles and do no backtracking for that section. Here, it's a jump back and forth. You'll find the rhythm for it. The last one you can jump anyway. Turn on the sun. We're going to go get our last coin here. First, I guess the last power up. We're going to grab this. Charge, charge. And this time, instead of just going for the end, if you fall straight down about here, there's a coin. And then we have to go all the way back around. That was the last coin. And with this, you now have triple jumps, so you can pretty much just fly through these stairs. Make sure you don't change the weather on your way by. Okay. And here, again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And again, I think you can kind of mix and match the order there as much as you want, and you'll still make that jump. It is tight sometimes if you don't give yourself spacing with the inputs, but it is very doable there. And that is the 100% nose praise jump category. And now, I guess, it's time to talk about praise jump. I'm just going to explain the mechanics to make it as easy as it can for, like, I'm going to explain why it exists, how it exists in the game, and that might make it a little bit easier for you to be able to replicate then. So you may be familiar with platforming mechanics where you can run off the edge of a ledge and still jump briefly after you leave. And this is normal. This makes it feel like the player's not getting cheated because they pressed the button a frame too late or anything like that. And in this game, that window is 0.2 seconds, I believe. So as long as you press your jump button within 0.2 seconds of leaving the ground, you can still jump. Now the issue is that, and this is something I actually knew about when I coded the game. It was a bug in the first version, but I decided to keep it in for this one because it did lead to some very interesting gameplay. So the thing is when you jump, that mechanic still applies, which normally it wouldn't in most games. That means that if you press your jump input twice within 0.2 seconds, and you want to hold the second one, you'll do a bit of a double jump. See how I jumped to like the top of those letters there? This is my normal jump. But with a praise jump, discovered by Praise Big Dog, you're able to get about a jump and a half. It's less height than a double jump, but it is it's a lot more height than your regular jump, and it allows for some very interesting sections to be played. So I'm going to show you how this can be used, and this is a much harder speed run than the one we just saw. Like, it's a much more technically challenging one, and you may think it's just pressing 2 buttons fast. It's a little bit more than that, and I'll show you why, because this does open up the realm for a pretty challenging mechanic that will take some practice. And if you get it without practice, I will be impressed. But the idea here is we are going to play an any percent run. This is with praise jumps, any percent. So we're going to go ahead. We want to get that dash. We need the dash. So let's go. We go to the left. Now, this is something that's very interesting, that, again, optimizing your jumps for stairs and things, if any percent is important, but with praise jump, you're going to be regularly trying to figure out when to praise jump for big clears. Like right here, if you praise jump right, you can clear this without having to come down here and make another jump up, which is a pretty real-time save. So you got to figure out when you're going to use the praise jumps. Like right here, you no longer have to come up here to make this jump. Now you can just go from here and you praise jump right up. And this is where the route starts to get interesting. This ledge is doable with a praise jump. So we're going to come here, and again, we're going to do any percent, so I got to remember that. So this section right here, you normally can't get through in the rain, but we didn't go turn on the rain, so we don't have to go to the other weather changer at all. So our goal here is to rush triple jump, and we can do this a lot earlier than we could otherwise. So the goal here, oh wait, actually, let me try to remember here what the order is. Yeah, I think this is what was determined the fastest. There's a couple options, but fast falling through here, our goal right now is to pick up a raindrop. The fastest raindrop you can pick up, the better. This one right here is what's currently world record time, is this raindrop. Other options include, this one's just kind of strictly worse, the one down here. And the one that's a little bit closer, I think. But I don't know, I don't like it as much. I'm just going to come up here. Normally I'm using praise jumps and things that, you know, normally you wouldn't be able to do without them. But anyway, you come through here. The other option is through here, cross here, this one, and then you can praise jump up here. But we're going to use the other one for now. So you never need to go in this section for the any percent route. So I'm going to teach, like, this is going to be a pretty challenging mechanic here. This is the hardest part of the run, the journey to go get triple jump. So as you might pick up on, double jumping is done by pressing the jump button twice. And once you've used your dewdrop, it's expended. Now, praise jumping is done by pressing the jump button twice. So, the trick comes when we have to make jumps that you need praise jump to do, but you cannot expend the double jump. This means that if you do not properly space, or you do not properly get your praise jump in to that 0.2 second times, like to that 0.2 second window, you will use your double jump and have to go all the way back to the dewdrop to try again. So it is doable, but if you fail your praise jump, like I just did there, your double jump is expended and you need to go back and try again. And this is where the run gets challenging. This will take some practice. I personally find this easier to do on controller, but world record is on keyboard. So you can take these jumps here. Once you get up to this one, it is possible to do a jump and just kind of nudge yourself onto these ledges. It's tight. Praise jumping is arguably safer if you're good at it, but if you're not good at it, just rolling up it and not risking the extra praise jump input is better. Okay. But the idea here is we get that dewdrop, we do praise jumps. Maybe I'll just roll up these for now, but we do praise jumps, another praise jump here. Probably want to lead off with a dash of that one as well. And then you can come over here, and this section here it's a little tough, practice it, but the idea here is we need to do a praise jump into a double jump, and we call this praise big jump. So we're gonna double tap and jump, and then you can dash over there, and I messed it up, so my bad. The safer option, and it's totally doable, is actually, you know what? We can't do this way, can we? No. Actually, yeah, so you do have to do that big one up on the ledge. My bad. For some reason I was thinking you didn't have to, but that's not true. All right. It's been a while since I've played this game steadily, but I've been working on the new one. Yeah, so we're going to come through here. There. Double jump, praise jump into a double jump, and then dash for that. Now, once you get that power up, the triple jump power up, you'll notice on my bar here that it's actually filled. So I have 2 double jumps stored, and that's important. We need at least one of them to get out of here. So we're going to do this. Now this here is all doable without using a double jump. So you do have some leeway in this, but this jump is kind of tricky. You got to kind of time your jump and dash, right? And once you get here, you want to do another praise big jump. And if you have another one stored, it makes getting up this one a lot easier, and you don't have to go further up the stairs. So that's the plan. Go grab that, and then come through here. Now the plan is to get your inputs good on this section here and through the mushrooms. And now we have all but the final power up. So the goal here is to go and rush and try not to fall in between the mushrooms that you can't get out of. The goal is to rush the rain and then go up and grab the end of the last power up and run to end of level, which just takes a second here. And the time, world record time for this category right now is about 1 minute and 4 seconds. And that's how that one's done. Finally, we're going to do a 100% run. We're looking just over 2 minutes for world record in this. I think it might be 2 minutes and 10 seconds actually. So this one here, I'm going to show you the route that is the world record run. And I think it's probably good. And again, we don't know if there's room for optimization. Again, you want to do praise jumps as you come through here. I did not. And from here, we're going to go up, and I'm just trying to think here. This one here, we actually go to the left. I believe it is. Yeah, we go to the left here, drop down here, getting raindrops. You're going to do a praise jump. To get this coin, we got to do praise jump, dash, and jump. And this might take a little practice, but just remember, you hold one, don't use it on the first one. You want to use your dash before you use your double jump. Start the praise jump, dash, double jump. On our way back up, we're going to grab a dewdrop and do that same type of carry we did last time. We call them carries when you're trying to move a dewdrop from one place to another. So you want to come through here. With a praise jump, you can get up there, and you just gotta be careful about expending that double jump. Get this coin here on your way through. And again, that same praise big jump. These double jumps here aren't really necessary. We gotta come through here. And we want to come up here this time for sure. See how easy it is to go up and around that coin? Be careful of that. You want to get that on the way through because we're not doing any backtracking here for this. We're going to go over here. We're going to turn on the rain. From here, a praise jump into a triple. This has a timer. If you were quick, this wouldn't happen. Praise jump into a double jump. And when you land, you can turn it back into the sun. if you don't want to praise jump there for some reason. Sorry, had to sneeze. You can do it normally from the side, a little easier. You need to be in the sun for this section here, known as overhang. Make sure to get that coin on your way through. And from here, all this stuff can be done with praise jumps. Those kind of tricks that I like, the kind of awkward parts that I mentioned before. So you don't actually need to hold any double jumps from there. They don't really change much of anything. From here, these stairs can actually be flown up with praise jumps without having to go across to each one. Now from here, we're going to go up to grab the last power up. And then we're going to go this way and fall down to get this coin. That's coin 8, not coin 10 for this run compared to last. Triple jump up here. Don't turn on the sun. Again, as many dashes as you can put in, the better. Grab the coin underneath there. This jump here is a praise jump and then a triple. Go into the canyon there to grab that coin. And then you got to try to optimize this, which I'm not really familiar with, as to how to get across here. You're going to back up to the top of the mushrooms. And then one last hurrah to the end here. All right, and that is the 100% run. These categories will all be featured on the 23rd. So practice the ones you want. The more you participate in, whether you do well or not, the more opportunities you have to win the final version of the game when it comes out. So with that, I'll probably throw up a little display of what's the player controller and the kind of new breadth of movement there might be in the new game that we're working on, the kind of revamped version of this. And yeah, there'll be links to the event if you're not already signed up for it down below, and as well as links to playtest the new version. Playtest start on May 1st. So yeah, thanks everybody for if whoever comes to the event, thanks for showing up. And yeah, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, if you do have any questions at all, don't be afraid to reach out to me on Discord. And, I can go through some of this stuff with you, or somebody else can. If you have any questions about the run, having any issues with any of it, just let us know for sure. All right. Thank you.